Hello friends, I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope everything is good and great and wonderful. Before I start talking, I want you to know that the title of this video is not necessarily positive and that the content of this video is somewhat depressing. So if that doesn't change your mind about watching, continue to watch. Otherwise, feel free to skip this one. But I've had a pretty bad week emotionally. Not a bad week. I've done some wonderful things this week. I've spent lots of quality time with Em, and we've been playing lots of games together, and that's really fun. I've had a really bad emotional week. I felt very vulnerable, very disoriented emotionally, and you know, people in my life have been aggressive with me this week. It's caused friction between Em and I, quite a bit of friction. And it's tough. And then it's supposed to be a good weekend. It's a long weekend. I'm picking the girls up early tomorrow. I have them all weekend. We're going to go shopping for furniture for their rooms. That's supposed to be fun. I cooked dinner. A friend's coming over tonight to play games with Em and I. And I hope to have fun with that. It's supposed to be a good weekend, but I haven't been able to eat today. My nerves are that bad. I'm physically nauseous right now, even though I have, and I walk upstairs and I have this, I made barbecue chicken in a crock pot and it smells amazing, but eating it makes me kind of feel sick. Like thinking about eating it makes me feel sick right now. It's tough. It's a really tough week. And I was hoping to end it strong. Like I said, we have a friend coming over tonight to play games, and Em is leaving this weekend to go back home for the weekend. So I'm not going to get to see her much, and that's tough, especially in times like this when I'm feeling this way. Is, I guess, you know, I guess it's unfair to her, but when I'm feeling like this, I tend to lean on her a little bit harder, and it makes for some tension, and you know, sometimes that blows up. Sometimes that becomes a very serious problem, and I try so hard to avoid making those problems because I don't want to be a burden, right? Who wants to be you don't want to be a burden in a relationship. But, so she's leaving, and that's going to make the weekend tough, but I have my kids, and I have plans. We're going to go furniture shopping, build furniture. We're going to have a cookout tomorrow. My parents are going to come over, you know, that sort of stuff. And just spending time with my girls is amazing. We went out to dinner Tuesday night, and Tuesday I was in a really bad mood. I was in a very bad mood. I had just, something is weighing on me, and I don't know what it is. You know, it's one of those feelings that when everything feels doom and gloom, but you don't know why, that's probably categorically depression, right? When it's just this looming doom, like, oh God, everything's blowing up. What is going on? And I had that feeling on Tuesday, but I picked my kids up, and everything changed like instantly. As soon as Roland got in the car, she got in the car first. As soon as she got in the car, it was like a light switch. I felt so much better about life, right? And I got to talk to her, and then Keely got in the car, and then Keely and I had a little interaction because she had a rough day, and then you know, we came here and we hung out for a little while, and we talked and we hugged, and then we went to dinner, and then we went shopping for notebooks. I showed you the notebooks that we bought, and just having them in my space, having them in my life and in my world, like in my immediate, within grasp, is so life-changing. And I'm looking forward to that all weekend. But secretly, part of me is fearful. Like, I'm afraid that I'll be a downer, and I don't want to be, right? And so when it comes to times like this is kind of the whole point of the topic, or the discussion here, is when it comes to times like this, when I get to this point where everything feels like it's crushing me, and I hurt, and it makes my body physically hurt. You know, I have headaches, tightness in my chest, stomach, tightness in my back. It makes everything physically hurt when it gets like that. it's always best to remember it's okay to feel that way. People feel that way. It's not just you. It's not abnormal. It's not something that necessarily needs immediate medical attention. But if it persists, then it's a serious problem and you do need to seek help. For me, this seems to be somewhat cyclic. You know, I don't want to claim that males have hormonal periods like females. That's not what I'm saying. But I do feel like I have about a 3-month cycle, and I'll have these weeks where I'm just crushed, where my soul just feels beaten and really down. And I don't understand it. And when I get like that, I think the best thing is to power through. You know, this is such a perverse feeling that it almost pushes me to tell friends, don't come over, don't engage with me. But I know from experience that is the best time to have them in my life. So, you know, I have M, thank goodness. I don't know what I would do during moments like these when I don't have her, because I really don't. I mean, she's my absolute best friend. I don't have anybody else that I talk to about my feelings besides you, you know. And I can only talk about so much here. I'm not going to put it all out there. I'm sorry. But she's my foundation when it comes to that. And if she, you know, if I screw up our relationship, then it's a matter of, you know, I have to find a new person to fill that role. Not necessarily a partner, but just anybody, you know. It's tough. It's really tough. But I think my object tonight is just to put my head down and power through it. Play some games, laugh a little bit, spend some time with friends, and get ready and wake up and have a wonderful day with my kids. So, all that's to say, tomorrow's episode will probably be late because we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll see. It might not even come out until Saturday. I don't know yet. We have a big day planned, so we'll see what happens. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for listening when I get like this. And if you feel like this, if it hurts you, it's okay to talk. And I'm always available. I've said that before. My email is in the description. I am always available. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I will see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is bibulous. It is related to drinking or drunkenness. Arthur thinks he's fine, but his bibulous activities are causing the club to consider permanent expulsion. Bibulous. B-I-B-U-L-O-U-S.